Hello, I'm Jason Statham. I'm a part-time lumberjack, but I'm also here in Lisbon to ride this, the Husqvarna Svartpilen 701. Bom dia. Back in Lisbon, same hotel we were pretty much a year ago with Bridgestone, and 701 time, baby. Gloves in or out? Let's go out. I've got a bike with an Akrapovic system can fitted. Sounds a bit naughtier, a little bit raspier, a little bit crispier. And this little button here, we've been told, it says mode set. There's nothing there. When you press that button, it deactivates TC. So the Svartpilen 701, and obviously it's not a 701, it's a 690, and it uses the same sort of platform as the Vitpilen. Obviously Svartpilen means black cross, Vitpilen means white cross, and they use the same 690 Duke platform, so they use the engine and chassis pretty much identical. And this is the first time Husqvarna admitted or alluded to the fact that this is actually a KTM frame, chassis, engine, which is a bit of a strange one, but they've, I think they realised that everyone realised that it was a KTM, and it's fair enough, they're sister companies. But I mean, it's a bit of a sheep in wolf's clothing really, because this motor in this chassis setup, you can make any bike out of this and it would be a banger, wouldn't it? I mean, 75 horsepower and enough torque to blow your banjo clean off. It's a recipe for fun. But of course the Husqvarna range of Vitpilen, the Svartpilen, the Svartpilen is their sort of urban scalpel. So it's very relaxed. And as I said on the 401 launch last year when we were in Bristol, down in Brismeet, yes, it's made in the same factory as a KTM, but there's a little bits like this, the tank thing flat, a little bits on the bike that just make it look a bit more premium than the KTMs. This bike is 8899, so as I said, it's a very, very relaxed riding position. Pegs are nice and low, still high enough for some cornering naughtiness, but and the bars are just, they're, like I said, super wide, slung back, very easy, they fall easily to hand. These brakes are good actually, they're very good. These brakes are good actually, yeah, they're very good, yeah. It's buttery smooth as well, this engine, for a single cylinder. Of course it's the latest generation LC4, same as the 690 SMCR. So you don't know you're riding a monopod at low revs, you really don't. So when we press the naughty button, yeah, so it says mode set and then nothing on the bottom, and that's the KTM in Husqvarna for you, giving you the ability to deactivate TC and so you can have some fun. I've always been a bit of a Vitpilen man myself. I like the sort of cafe racer rather than the sort of scrambler flat track vibe. But it's still a good looking bike. I think it's a Marmite thing for sure. There's the looks definitely divide opinion. But I think it's a good looking bike. Of course it's Kiska styled as well, so I think it's giving Kiska another sort of dimension to have a bit of a play and elaborate on what they do with KCM, but in a Husqvarna manner. I literally just jumped off the RSV4 1100 factory at Mugello, so it's a bit of a change, but what I'm enjoying so far. Apart from styling, what else is different over the Svartpilen? Well, well, we've got an 18-inch front wheel, which obviously changed things dynamically a bit. We've got more travel in the suspension, give its scrambler status a bit more flex, and I mean that's about it. Obviously the styling is different, the riding position is different with the bars, flat bars. As I said, the majority of it is the same. So along with the naughty button and TC, we've got Bosch ABS and a blipper and a down and a quick shifter. So there's plenty of toys on there for your money. And as you can see, the TC is deactivado. And let's be honest, look, I mean, this bike is not going to be seen pulling third gear mingers down the King's Road, but you've got this motor and you've got nice big wide bars. It's like giving crack to a crackhead. You know, you're just gonna it's just gonna happen, isn't it? We go back to the 401. I mean, there's definitely a jump up in a sort of premium state. It feels a bit more. I mean, the suspension for starters, this is Gucci. It's so plush. I mean, there's an extra 15mm of travel at each end. Oh, this is tight. This is tight. You get a bus through there, mate. You get an extra 15mm of travel, and that 15mm, as most guys will know, 15mm makes a big difference. I mean, as an urban tool so far, which is what it's been touted as, this is I mean, you know, you got all the looks, you got all the kit, and when you want it to be, you can be a bit naughty. But as an urban tool, as I said, it's smooth. Even the bars are, they're wide, and you can probably do some damage to a few mirrors, but no, it's so far so good. Reviewing this bike, a lot of people would know that it's a 690 Duke, and this is the basis of an already proven package. So if you like the looks, then you're going to buy it, aren't you? But you should still watch our review. I mean, this is cheap. The rest of it looks decent, but this is, I mean, that looks like it's from a DT50 from the mid 80s, isn't it? That indicator. In fact, I think it probably is. And when you get out of town, it's got plenty in the tank, sir. Plenty to offer. What a machine. Wow. Yeah, baby. That's got some techers. It's not bad, is it? That's good, isn't it? I'm surprised the way it handles. Hey? I'm surprised the way it feels really sporty, like, yeah. As in, it doesn't feel like a Duke. It feels good. Yeah. That little road bit there really shocked me. I mean, it doesn't feel like a Duke. It feels like a sports bike in that the way it turns, it doesn't feel like a motard. Obviously the lower seat helps, and I don't know what it is. There's something intrinsically sporty. Wish I had knee sliders. Wish I had some Winona Riders. And of course it's got that slipper clutch, which you need with this twin and the engine braking, but it's beautifully controlled. What a toy, it's really shocked me. I was not expecting this level of sporting naughtiness. I mean, yes, they're positioning it as an urban weapon, but this is way more fun out of town. This has got genuine pedigree. I'm not often shocked by a bike. Yeah, you're shocked by performance or the power, but shocked by a bike, and as in your perception of it, you know, or misconception of it. This is a real hustler, baby. It's like taking an Uzi to a water pistol fight. So this is Cabo de Roca, the most western point in Europe. Even more so than Ireland, apparently. So there we go. Nice coffee stop. Little wee. And back on the road. Just stunning, isn't it? I mean, Lisbon's got a lot going for it. Amazing city. And then this, which is just 20 minutes out of town. And they brought us down this little Nadgery road to show us how good the suspension is. And then I've got to admit, it is very, very good. I mean, WP knows to make suspension handle bumps, don't they? Giving it off-road heritage, but this is very plush. Nadgery doo dah, Nadgery day. Bloody hell. This is really good. This handle's better than a 690 Duke. It's a proper little ripper. It's a proper naked bike. We were discussing off camera then, this would definitely make it into a lot of our journalists here. They make it into the top 5 fun bikes. Never judge a book by its cover or something. It's light, it's flickable. I mean, it's got Pirelli bloody Husqvarna flops on, the scramble tyres. And imagine this with a set of decent rubber on. Bloody hell. Getting a bit squirrely there in the heat. Yeah, imagine this setup with some actual grip, some proper, I mean, even sports tyres, sports touring tyres, rather than the retro funky scrambler things. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good. I've not had many moments, but I'm craving some grip, and as is the bike. Plenty of ground clearance. I still think the Svartpilen, I prefer the looks of the Svartpilen, and most of these bikes are sold on looks, aren't they? So you join us looking at these marvellous views, and I'm in a dogging car park, which I thought would be the perfect opportunity to run through a bit of a front to back, a bit of a walk around of the Svartpilen 701. So, as I said, so the main changes over the Svartpilen are styling. That's the main. Obviously, it's a more flat tracky, more retro, and we've got an 18-inch front wheel. And on that 18-inch front wheel, we've got Pirelli MT60 RSs, which kind of surprised me really, because I just thought they'd be absolute pony. But there's plenty of grip there. But as I said before to you, I think I'd much rather have some stickier tyres in there so you can enjoy the chassis more, because this thing is so capable. Really shocked me. Other than that, we've obviously got WP suspension, which is actually fully adjustable, unlike some of its counterparts.
and there's an extra 15mm of stroke at either end to help with weight transfer and just make it a bit more plush, a bit plusher. The bike itself weighs, and I quote, just under 160 kilos, so it's pretty featherweight, and we've got full LEDs, daytime running lights as well on the front. We've also got LEDs on the back, and right now we are looking at an Akrapovic can. Doesn't make much difference in terms of noise. If anything, the standard can's a little bit raspier, makes a lovely little pop when you hit the shifter. But that's the main crux of it, really. I mean, like I said, it's a KTM 690 engine in a KTM 690 chassis, just dressed very differently. Right, so a splendid bit of luncheon. And, so I'm to hit the road again, baby. Oh yeah. Oh bloody hell. Oh yeah. I turned down the octopus. I turned down the octopus and we had some vegetable curry. Give it a solid 8 out of 10. So how would you like to be beside the seaside? Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think it revs out. Well, I'm certain that the engine doesn't rev out as at the top end like the 690 Duke or indeed the SMCR. But that's because of the airbox and the exhaust and little things like that. There's no internal changes as such. It's just mapping and exhaust and air, getting them gases in and out. Just gazing down at the fuel gauge there. I mean, it's great that it's got one, but it is a small tank compared with other nakeds. I mean, I don't think Husqvarna are pitching it against NT07s and other things like that, but I think you'll struggle with the fuel tank if you're going to go long distances. It's not a long distance bike, but it's so versatile, and I think some people might be a bit put off by that. I don't know why. Sort of belittles its looks and it's the way Husqvarna are pitching it. You know, you dress it in naked clothes or more conventional styling and it would be, well, it's a banger already, but I think it would sell more, which is a shame, if it was more plainly styled. Lovely little pop from the quick shifter when you go from certain gears at certain revs. I mean, it's not a bad noise really, considering it's Euro 4. It's there's a nice lovely sort of induction bark, and the engine noise itself, as with the SMCR and the Duke, it's a twin ignition, so you get a slightly different engine note from a single. But yeah, another plus is the noise. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'm doing 140 k's and it's not windy. Thought I'd let you know. Comprehensive testing at its finest. I mean, it is a piece of piss to ride. It really is. I mean, the seat height's not that low. This is identical to a 690 Duke in terms of geometry and the engine, and you know, the thing that's different is the riding position, and that has made all the difference. With the 690 Duke, it's, yes, the new one is a bit better in terms of sporting ability, but it's still a motard, and you can feel that, and it doesn't handle like a proper naked, whereas this genuinely does. And it's amazed me that something so insignificant, or we perceive as insignificant, can have that much effect to the good. Yeah, the controls, the clutch is just super light. It's like a motocross clutch. It's like a BMX. No, it's not a BMX. Because BMX don't have clutches, do they? It's like a motocross clutch. So stupidly light. Everything's easy on the bike. So in terms of urban and, you know, flickability, it's just like it's the bars and it's 159 kilos. It's light. It's as light as a feather. So in terms of urban environments, if you want to go commuting, and you want to pull big fucking wheelies afterwards when you head out of town, and you like the looks of it, because this is the big thing. I mean, I guess I'm preaching to the converted in many ways, because I understand if you don't like the look of a bike, if it doesn't make you turn round, oh, go on, my baby. If a bike doesn't make you turn round and make you look twice at it, then I understand. And I know this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but this is a weapon. This truly is an absolute weapon. And I tell you what, I think, and I might be wrong here, but I'm not usually wrong, but I just think, just maybe, this 18-inch wheel has had a bigger and better impact than I thought it would do, because it handles so well. This is a proper naked hoonster. Look, don't forget the looks. Well, it's hard not to, but it's oh, there's a bridge. Oh. Yeah, we're nearly at the hotel, so it's time to say arrivederci, or what do they say in Portugal? Cheers, Nige. I don't think it's arrivederci, is it? Yeah, I don't know Portugal. Anyway, yeah, so a bit of a roundup, bit of a summary. I mean, I can't reiterate the point about it being a shocker enough. It is, what a bike. And I mean, 99% of these will not be sold on performance, which is a bit of a shame, because it's a waste. And it deserves more respect, but Club Tropicana drinks are free. Super S with a K I B A D double E. Oh god, what a fucking donger. I'm gonna laugh on you. Oh dear, tail end Charlie. I definitely prefer the looks of the Svartpilen, but this is dynamically, this edges it.